Hello and welcome back to Jules Math Tools. In our session today, we are defining the LCM or the lowest common multiple. So if you're ready to learn about the LCM, let's get started. So what is the LCM? Well, the LCM can be defined as the smallest multiple that two or more numbers have in common. And remember that when we looked at the definition of a multiple, remember that the multiples are the numbers that are in that number's timetable. So that is what our multiples are. So we're looking for the smallest or the lowest number in their timetables that two or more numbers can have in common. Okay, so remember that when you're listing your LCM or you're looking for the LCM, the number must be the smallest multiple and it must be common to all of the numbers. Okay, so let's look at an example. So we're going to be finding the LCM of 6, 18, and 12. And we always begin by listing our multiples first. Now for me, I usually like to list the first 6 multiples of the numbers that I'm finding the LCM of. Because usually within the first 6, you're able to find or identify what the LCM are. Now in some cases, you may have to go beyond 6, but for the most part, it is usually located or identified within the first 6 multiples. Now, in looking at my multiples for 6, 18, and 12, one of the things that I noticed is that in 6 and 18, they have a common multiple of 18. However, if we look at the multiples for 12, there is no 18 in the 12 timetable, so we won't be able to use that number. And we notice that in the numbers also with 6 and 12, they have a common multiple of 24 and of 12. However, in our 18 timetable, neither of those multiples are listed, so we won't be able to use those numbers as well. But if we look at 6, 18, and 12 collectively, you will notice that these three numbers have a common multiple of 36, and it is also the smallest one that they have in common. Because notice if you look at the 18 timetable, it has a multiple of 72, same thing as 12, and if we were to list further into the 6 times table, that also has a multiple of 72 as well. But remember, we're looking for the lowest and the smallest, and since 36 is the smallest, 36 will be the LCM of 6, 18, and 12. Okay, so there you have it. We just went through the definition of our LCM. We also looked at cases where there may be a common multiple between two numbers but not two or three. And then we went through identifying the LCM of the three numbers. So I hope this process was very helpful to you. I hope it helped you to be able to define what is the LCM and how to identify the LCM for a group of numbers. And if you want to see more on this, I do have a series on the LCM and how to calculate it with the division ladder, so you can check that out as well. Just remember that whenever you are listing the LCM of any set of numbers, all numbers have a common LCM, even if they do not have a common factor. So make sure that you get some additional practice in, and we'll see you right here in the next video on Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy.